So Islam, I'm going to continue. So it's February 17th. This is part 3. Sheikh Dwayne Bey. I'm Arrington-Bey. It's your wife from Moorish American Nation. February 17th, 2022. So as I was saying this, I did not apply for Burger King expecting to make someone feel like a man. But I wanted to implement customer service and show my customer service skills. And I was thankful to earn money, to be earning money and so forth. So when I would tell them many times, I was like, like when there was some type of like friction, especially with the managers, Phyllis, I would say you've taken it to a personal level, and this is not personal for me. Just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. But it was always seen situations could be personalized. Burger King has a huge amount of Hispanic customers. Annapolis, there's a large Hispanic community along with the military. So you got the Navy, the Army, a Hispanic community. When I say large, I'm saying, for example, at Burger King, many of the customers are Hispanic. They look to be from Mexico. They speak Spanish. They can be South and Central America. Those that I work around, some of them are from South Central America. Well, the one that was from Central America, I think she left. But at least according, when I say existed there, at least according to what they say, or Mexico. So what I'm trying to say, and then also Burger King has a large customers, predominantly African American, Black, Negro, the United States Navy, Army. Those that imply to be connected to the Navy and Army, or those that are in the Navy and Army, and the pale skin. And then sometimes I might see those that look Asian, but not very many. But definitely those that when I say Hispanic, will have that mongoloid look. I'm just giving a description, and definitely the African American, Black, Negro. And that would be the description I would give them according to constitutional law, because I don't know if they claim a nationality. So when they start using the word man, it's like I don't know. I mean, if I'm giving you great customer service, or I'm trying to do everything you ask in reference to customer service, and just so happen a customer doesn't feel like a man, I don't think that's my responsibility to make them feel like a man. It's not my responsibility to make a customer or make a manager feel like a man, okay, or a woman, okay, but to respect their boundaries and respect them as energy that are here at Burger King, or there at Burger King, who expects to have great customer service and get their food the way Burger King advertised that they can how they get their food. So whether they feel like a man or not, that is not my responsibility. Because and I could go to the next level, like some males. If there are companies who once that have one of this description, we want our female or women employees to make the male customers feel like a man. So just jiggle a little bit. Smile. If they call you baby, honey, come a little bit closer to them. Hold a long conversation with them. That's one thing. And if you sign up for it and say, yes, I will jiggle my breasts, and if the male needs a longer conversation, I'm gonna smile and give him a long conversation. If that male, maybe the male is a humanoid robot who just so happen, who wants to, this is just an example, who wants to have sex, and it fits into the description to say, if the humanoid robot wants to have sex, and I sign and say, yes, I will be that woman to jiggle my breasts and have sex with a humanoid robot, that's one thing. But that was not in the application I signed. Or if the application say, when a military male come into Burger King, whether they're representing the Army or the Navy, and they need you to give them a little bit more extra attention, you are supposed to do that. And I sign and say, yes, I will. Whatever they want me to do. If they want me to bend over, they want me to spread my legs apart, whatever they want me to do. If they want me to show them where I live and invite them over to my room, and I sign and say I agree to that. And if that makes them feel like a man, and actually if it's a woman, and if she doesn't feel like she's good enough to be a friend of mine, and I just make sure I make that female feel like they're good enough, do whatever I can. I sign and say, yeah, I'll do that. That's one thing, but that was not in the application. And I'm not saying, I'm just giving a description. So I didn't understand why all of a sudden Phyllis starts saying, man, give that man this. And I've heard that before in reference to the managers when the customers come. And I didn't, because I'm not a prostitute. Burger King is not paying me to prostitute. And then she called me stupid. And I'm not saying Burger King's implying that they have, but I'm saying she called me stupid in front of black males. And she's done this before out of irritation where it came out of nowhere. When I first came to Annapolis, when I was working, when she would behave in certain manners, I didn't understand why. Because and when I saw the military male sitting at the regular table for a very long time, I didn't think nothing of it too. Even though Moors were talking about Annapolis, and they spoke about Annapolis, and I knew they knew the history of Annapolis. They spoke about the slave port or Alex Haley, but they didn't go into detail no more than that. But I knew that they will allow me to see it, and this is the reason why I'm saying this is because I never thought that I would see some of the odd behavior that I would see, that I experienced coming from those that imply to be connected to the United States Navy and Army, and that would come into Burger King. Okay, so this is how I felt shooting Wayne Basketball Bay, and I'm going to definitely email this to you in reference today. I was like, I don't know why she called me stupid and why she does these things in front of the customers. And a lot of times it's black males and females that are in the on the front line when she behaved this way. It's like it made me feel like she's trying to degrade me in front of, and I don't know who knows her. I don't know how long they've been friends. I don't know how long the customers been coming in there. But look, it makes me feel like they definitely try to degrade me in front of those that look, because it seemed to be predominantly African American, black, Negro customers, males predominantly, and sometimes females when these things happen. Hold on. So once again, in Annapolis, I've seen African American males and females look at me in a certain manner, that like in an angry manner or irritated manner as I'm walking, and if someone would say he loves her, like somebody loves me, and then they'll try to then all of a sudden their disposition change. And I've been giving testimony constantly about hearing black Negro males and female accents close and in the room. Now, Imani and I, and those that speak Spanish, okay? Imani and I, we don't know anyone personally here. But I have given testimony of what I've experienced on the physical plane in reference to the feathers. I had to call the cops 3 times since I've been in Annapolis. I don't think well, no, I take it back. But I had to call the cops 3 times since I've been in Annapolis. All 3 times I called the cops was in reference to a black Negro male. One, I wasn't quite sure, but definitely he was black Negro African American. And what I'm trying to get at is, let me continue what happened. So then after the situation happened with her calling me stupid, and I just continued to take orders, and I kept staying professional. I kept addressing the customers as guests. I said, may I help the next guest? May I help the next guest? May I help the next guest? The register didn't freeze up, because yesterday, I even said this to Hamima. Hamima called my name loud. She said, Rhonda, you have a customer. I said, Hamima. She said, I think if I remember correctly, she said she's from Mexico. I would say existed, unless I know for a fact she's from Mexico, but I would say existed in Mexico. And I said, Hamima, you yelled just like you did yesterday. She said, and she didn't say I didn't say it, but she was like, yeah. And when she said yeah, all of a sudden the register froze up. And I couldn't complete the order. This has happened before, not with her saying yeah, but with the register freezing up, the printer not working, and so forth. And so then I waited a little while, then I was able to complete the order. I cleared it out, not a little while. I told the customer one moment it's freezing up. I let them know it's freezing up. Hold on, one moment. Because she yelled so loud, I was like, as soon as she said, it's funny. When she said yeah, and I'm not calling her a humanoid robot. I'm just telling you that's what happened. The register froze up. And so what I did was, I kept pressing the button, and then the person was patient, the guest was patient, and then I cleared it out. When I cleared it out and tried to re-ring it, the order came up twice on the screen. I had to clear it out again and start all over. So even when she yelled and said my name today to say I had a customer, I reminded her, and she didn't deny it, because I told her. I told myself. I said I'm 99.9% sure. I think this is so odd for that to happen, because I'm having issues with my tablet, and my tablet freezes up when I'm at Extended Stay America, and someone is outside or very close to the room, like a mic room, like a military would have to have. Would have some form of technology or some form of device to be so close in the room, and my tablet freezes up. Like the cryptocurrency, when last year Doge was at 25 cents or 24 cents, I think it was 25 cents, and I was trying to get the price very low, and I was giving testimony of my tablet freezing up, and sometimes the word military advertisements will come on my tablet out of the blue when I'm studying astrology and things with my mind, ancestral background, in reference to the stars and constellations. Military advertisements will all of a sudden pop up on my tablet. So one day, so what I started to do is clip pictures of my tablet freezing up, and I posted it, because I knew that this was odd for simultaneously hearing a male say brother or a Spanish accent, and my tablet freezes up, and at the same time at Extended Stay. So here I am watching cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, and my tablet freezes up at 25 cents, and simultaneously a male accent said, "Let us help you." So what is that saying? So the tablet freezes, a male accent close to the room said, "Let us help you." So if there's some type of experiment that can freeze technology to help a person financially, okay, they can take finances out as well. And since I've been in Annapolis, over $100 was stolen from our bank account. And once again, we don't know, Imani and I, we don't know anyone personally here in Annapolis. We never implied we wanted to know someone personally here, not one person. But I'm telling you, Moors, they knew. Some of the Moors, they study Annapolis, they knew. And I think they were just, they wanted me to see. And I'm just saying that. Because they knew I didn't know. They knew I did not know. I had no idea. So I'm telling you, these Moors that I am talking about, they know Annapolis, and they know the history of Annapolis. They know the history back from over 100 years. They know Annapolis. They know the history of Maryland and slave breeding, and the experiments that went on with slave breeding in Maryland. They know. So a lot of times the spirits keep saying they know. Like I also hear that too in the night. They're like, they knew, or they did it. So I don't know, but let me continue. So I'm getting off the track. I'm tired. Getting back. So continuing today. Then a lady, another customer, I guess, African American female, as she was walking towards the register, she said, "How?" Many times I hear African American. I'm not just picking on African American, but I'm giving testimony of truth. Black females would say, "How?" And all of a sudden I would experience 4 sharp pains. Like today, I felt 4 sharp pains in my kneecap, my genitals slightly on the side, my lower back. And this is why I'm earning money at Burger King. And so African American females too many times have said how, and simultaneously I would feel a 4 sharp pain. Now I'm not accusing them because I don't know where it's coming from, but I know it's abnormal. And so as the female was walking up to the register today, February 17, 2022, she said how, and then she had on scrubs, like blue scrubs that they wear at the hospital. That's what her pants looked like in her shirt, but she had a jacket covering it, okay? Then she came around and she was like this, and she was leaning over talking. There's a glass in front of my register, so she came around the glass and she was leaning over talking. I backed up a little bit, and I started to take her order because of her disposition, okay? And because of her disposition, I backed away, and she was like, and she was leaning over, and she and she started talking, and I was like, okay, and I just took her order. Let me think of something to make sure I get this right. Then a black male came in. I took his order. And as he was getting his food passed to him, I think because Jet had to expedite for a little while. She used those to expedite. She's in the kitchen, but we were short-handed on the front line, so she had to help Phyllis. I was taking orders. I think it was him. She addressed him as Love. She said, "Here you are, Love." I had took his order. He went to the right and went to the side to wait, and she said, "Love." And I was in front of a pale skin customer. That's what be the description. And I just laughed, and I said, I was like, I apologize. I'm just not used to hearing people say love, mo, sweetie, in a customer service. But now that I think about it, have heard sweetie. I have heard that, but not mo and not love. So the black male, because it went when the black lady was leaned over with the scrubs on and she had the jacket on and she was talking, there was another black male next to her, and as I backed away, he was like smiling, like saying thank you, like as though I was doing something discriminative to back away from her. And what I was doing is giving distance, because she walked up to the register saying how, like I've heard many times, like I hear them say brother, and brother paid. And then she came around the glass, leaned over, and started talking and placing her order. Now, once again, to hear African American black males and females say brother paid or I paid, when just almost a year ago, not even a year ago, many of them were marching, asking a government or some form of authority to stop killing and abusing black males and females. Black Lives Matter is very interesting to hear them say and walk around saying how they paid and imply or look at me or imply that they paid for a Moorish American woman or a natural divine being, when just not even a year ago they were marching saying Black Lives Matter, no justice, no peace. And they still drive around saying Black Lives Matter on their car, wearing masks and Black Lives Matter, stuff. Once again, Moors, they know, they do a lot of research. So all I can do is give testimony of truth. So after that, and then the black male, I gave Jet, I'm pretty sure she gave him the food and said love. And so what happened is, when I said that to the pale-skinned lady, I said, excuse me, I'm not used to hearing this, because like I said, I've documented Thomas say Mo. He addressed me as Mo, and I asked him not to address me as Mo. And please just call me Rhonda. Don't address me as Mo. He used to try to address me as Love. I said, don't address me as Love. Just stay professional. I'm Rhonda. Don't say sweetie or any of that, because I think that crosses boundaries. And I don't know the state of mind of him. I don't know the state of mind of a woman. So if you keep it professional, you don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to worry about someone being offended. You just, you say, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas say, don't call me Thomas. Call me Tom. No problem. Thank you, Tom. But that's respect. Now, I might not care nothing for you personally, or I might literally would never hang out with an African American black Negro, and I'm keeping it honest, I will not. But that does not mean I bring my personal feelings to my workplace. I would never hang out with an African American black Negro, male or female. I would never befriend one. That's my right. But I'm not going to bring my personal feeling and the way I practice my religion to my workplace, Islam. Because I am implementing constitutional rights. I don't have privileges. I have rights. So I don't have to love a black Negro. I don't have to love an African American. But if I'm working alongside someone who says they're African American, then I have to respect them and demonstrate a form of work ethics with them. I'm not going to say, Thomas, my baby. Thomas, my honey. Love Thomas. Mo, I'm not going to say that to him. And that's just, I don't know. To me, that is just as plain and simple as you can get. But that's when you implementing constitutional rights. So, and what I'm saying is true.